So when did you call yourself an artist for the first time?
When I graduated from KU and when I finished my bachelor's, and I got best student award of my batch, like, in one of the categories. So after that I felt like, yeah, I can call myself an artist, but I was still waiting. And when I had a pile of a good body of work to reflect my style, and after that I started realizing, yeah, I can call myself an artist.
So do you mean it takes a graduation to become an artist?
No, it's not about graduating, but like for me, like graduation or being part of the academic life was a big thing. Why? Because for me, art had a different meaning back then. So once I got familiar with the term of art in like from different people, like once I study research in books, it changed the whole perspective of how I was approaching art at that moment. And once I graduated, like definitely my horizon expanded because of academic and the way to research and what defines art and all.
Okay, so why street art?
So why street art? Because I was still enrolled in college, and I was in my third year, and I had I always was looking for like different way to make art, or like how art should be, because I was not happy and I was not satisfied with the art scene that was happening at that moment in Nepal. And it's like there are really few contemporary artists whom I admire, whom I appreciate, and
So-
other senior artists, it doesn't appeal to me at all. I can't understand what they are painting or what they are trying to tell through their art. So because of that, I got a chance to have a professor from America who was Carl, and he introduced. I did an article about Banksy for the university, and Carl he saw that I was familiar with Banksy, and after that we started talking more about graffiti and street art, and he told me a bit about like how graffiti history started, and after that there was another level of graffiti which was called street art, like artists who were going outside on the street and trying to make art more accessible to public, because art was only confined in a gallery space where you have high class people who are with a glass of wine and looking at a painting which I can't relate to. So and street art really appealed me. Why? Because you have a diverse audience, and you can appeal to any class of people, high class, middle class, low class, and you actually engage with your audience directly, when you are on the street. And as art is like a luxurious good in our society, because we still are, our economy is still poor, but it's not about, I think art can be used in different way to make people think more about their surrounding. Because when I'm painting on the street, people come and like ask me what I am painting, and I reply them like please don't ask me, try to understand try to see and try to have your own perspective, like what you see, what I'm painting. So when I do that, I make people think, and at the same time I'm glad to get their response, like what are their thoughts about me being on the street and painting.
So what about when you're 50? Will you still do street art? Or 40 or 60?
I don't know. I'm not that much of a future guy, so I don't like to plan that much.
No, but what do you feel? I mean, if you could time travel.
I think I would be definitely doing street art, because it's really exciting and energetic. Like I want to see if I will be still able to paint or go on the street when I'm like 50 or something like that. I'll be old. I might not have the energy to go on the street. I don't know.
Can I ask you something? Why do I feel the art here so boring? I've been here for 6 years. You know, or even the street art scene, you know. Aren't there some negative things that you place your good art among a lot of art you don't find so good?
I don't know, maybe that's because of people not trying to open up, or trying to experiment with different things, and that makes them I think they still have a conventional approach or conventional thoughts of art. So maybe they are like a different class of different school of people, or different class of people who takes art in that way.
Okay.
So for us, it's like we think art in a different way.
Okay. Okay. Talking about being conventional and thinking about art in a different way. Now you're working with somebody who does things completely differently compared to. How is that? It's difficult. You've known each other for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, how is it to work with someone who's completely, in all ways? Is it challenging, inspiring, or business as usual?
No, I think art. I take art as a challenge.
Yeah.
And I try to. I don't want to say I can't do it, or I can't express in.
Nobody can do that.
This style of work, like, because we do have different style and different way of thinking.
Of course, that's not what I mean.
Yeah,
that's
no.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come to that point.
Yeah.
It's like I want to push myself, like if he I try to understand how he thinks, or how he's researching for his material, or how he's looking for.
I'm more thinking about your own art, because I love the guy with the erection, the penis you put in the corner. I mean, it's very different. It's different, and I can see some references to some other works you have done. Why don't you do that normally? It's very humorous.
I think that's the beauty of like working with like different people.
Okay.
You come up with like new, I think like new ideas, and you have different environment, different material, and that makes your brain think in different way. I think it's all about the surrounding, and it's all about the people. Like when you are trying to do art, and when you are trying to push yourself, and you believe in like experimenting, and like I'm just not trying to pile up some chunks or create a story. Like, I'm more into figurative and cartoonish style rather than expressing myself like in expressionist way, or in like just like random. But my style, I also do some random stuff, and that makes me.
But that's what you did up here in the corner.
Yeah. Like I'm not trying to, like, when I'm working at this project, like I'm not planning that much. I just come and I look around for material, and I have changed just to come up with that piece. I have changed that, like, a lot of time, just trying to experiment, like where I can get a form that looks more appealing to me, and and at the same time you create a story while you are on the process of creating it. That's more interesting for me, I think, rather than okay, I make this and I try to find a story for that.
One more question. What about the art you're creating now together with the rest of the team? It's difficult pieces. I mean, where do you want to see the whole exhibition when this event closes, like say after 6 months or something? Where do you want to? What are you going to do with it all? I mean, some of the pieces can't even get moved.
Let's see. What we are trying to do is, like, I think when I talk with the venue people, they are interested to take the show down to Pokhara, and we have a show over there. Like, if we can, like, travel, like, for.
Oh, taking the exhibition on the road?
Yeah.
Sounds like a funny idea. That sounds like interesting.
And the idea is like to go down to Pokhara and have a make a show at a skate park.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
we have a gallery space, and at the same time they have really amazing blank walls. So
Yeah.
we can paint few walls and have a punk band playing and
Yeah.
just trying to experiment with art and trying to see what our plan takes us to.
One more. Why don't you do something like this yourself? Now I initiated it, tried to see if I could, but it's actually very easy.
Yeah.
Literally. You have seen how big interests there are in art. When it's funny enough, it's difficult to get into the galleries, and you can actually go to a lot of places where they have more people and nicer surroundings sometimes, and they're very positive, huh? Attic has been very positive.
Yeah.
Carlsberg was very positive to support. I mean, it's so easy just to start up things. Why don't anybody do this here? I mean, you have an art lab before, and you have other collaborations.
No, I think that's the challenge of working in Nepal.
But this is not a challenge. It was very easy.
No, it is easy, but the challenge is like to gather the artists and try to bring them, make them feel serious about the project. I think that should come from the artists themselves, and I think that it's because
it's a bit more. It's about being more disciplined.
Yeah, discipline.
Okay.
Trying to put up the dates and not trying to call themselves as big artist who doesn't give a damn about art. That's I think that's a very hard thing right now, and I think that process is not growing, but trying to be. I think it will change over a period of time, and I think it is starting from young artists. They are trying to take initiative. We see a lot of collectives nowadays in Kathmandu. Yeah. So maybe that is a good thing or bad thing at the same time, because Nepali people, we try to. I think we always think of trying to do everything by themselves. Why should I take order from him, or why should I get involved in his project? It's not my idea or something like that.
Okay, it was here, the country of Buddha's birthplace. It's amazing. Somebody forgot something along the way. Okay, I would really much like you to come to Limbo, to Copenhagen. Can you imagine? And I really hope it will be possible. Do you think it's possible when you come back, or if you go and come back, that you can actually take a Limbo or something else and go to another country and start it up from here? Yes, that should be possible. My idea is, if you don't feel you find the disciplined people here and the persons here, your artists here, then you can find them in other countries maybe. I don't know. Okay. Cheers.